guys, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Ready, of course. Happy Tuesday, everyone. So I have Asphoria here. I decided to bring Asphoria on to make this video because she is a baby that brings great calm and peace. She just has such a peaceful energy about her. I'm gonna hold her up. Look at that sweet face. How do you not just melt, right? Azariah is behind me, little AZ, and you can see Sear's head poking up out of the Moses basket because he's looking at his monkey in there. So guys, I'm here today to talk about pretty serious topic. So this isn't like all happy joy video, although it does have a very positive message, and I hope that you'll stick around to listen to what I have to say. And guys, before I get started, I am not the be all and end all. I don't have a degree in psychology. I am just coming on here to, to talk to you all, pulling from my own life's experiences, and I have lived a very colorful past, as some of you may know. I haven't shared my entire story on here, but I can assure you all, I'm kind of like, do I really want to? And not because I'm worried about people knowing my business or using things against me. That doesn't concern me at all. I just don't want to, I don't know, shock and horrify anyone, because I think just that's another subject, guys. What I would like to talk about, as most of you, are probably aware that there's just been a lot that's gone on in the community the past few days, between members of the community, ladies in the community. And, it's, on a whole, it's really, of course, best to, ignore things and ignore, people, bullying or being unkind or giving you a hard time. Of course. But I'm going to talk about why I'm coming on, to talk about this and share my thoughts on this. Guys, ladies, this is a doll collecting hobby, first off. Just to remind everyone, but we come here, and many of us, including myself, have gotten very passionate about our hobby and what we're doing here. And, many of us have made good friends and close friendships that kind of go, reach us outside of the doll collecting hobby. So when we feel hurt and betrayed, it's, it's real. It's, it is part of our lives. Which is why I'm coming to talk to y'all today. Do you all remember back from when you were kids? Or have you guys ever thought about this? And I guarantee most of you are going to say, oh yes, I've thought about this. If you could go back and tell your younger self, if I could go back to the young Tasha in grade school, in maybe 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, anywhere around there, or even through, junior high school. And I was not the type of kid that really got teased, but of course at some point or another, I experienced being teased. I experienced being on the outs of the clique and, all that stuff, especially in like the younger grade school, early middle school. If you could go back, the first thing you would tell your younger self is ignore it. That's what we tell our own children. You have to ignore it, because the person teasing, the child teasing you, if they're not getting any sort of reaction, it's no fun for them. They're getting no rise out of you whatsoever. They're going to move on really quick. Yeah, it may take a few days. It may take a few weeks. And that's, you know, an uncomfortable time. And it's our natural instincts to defend ourselves and want to protect ourselves. But really what we're not realizing is, you know, it's, you know, again, well, you know, people, and then, you know, I've learned something through, you know, some pretty, you know, horrific experiences in my life, and some pretty serious, not pretty, very serious things. You know, I've been through, you know, custody trials, all kinds of nasty, and I was involved with some, you know, not so great men that fathered some of my children, you know, because of where I was in life. And, you know, when I got on the road to recovery and, you know, began sobriety and began that road and that journey in life, and then, you know, had to, you know, fight to get my children back. And then even when they were, you know, they still, you know, saw the other parent on the weekends, and there was a lot of nastiness going on. And, unfortunately, you know, my children wound up, my girls wound up being used as pawns, just so horrifically, just stuff that you wouldn't think another human being is capable of. Like, the courts didn't even believe me, and it took a very, very long time. And then finally, when they saw that I was remaining sober, and I begged them to come to my home and you know, see where we lived, and just, you know, it's, the courts are so you know, behind and understaffed, and you'd be surprised what falls through the cracks. And finally, you know, the guardian at Lightham, the law guardian, came here and, you know, stood up right on my front porch and said, you know, first off, he asked, how did a person like you get involved with these men? Just how? He said, well, that's what drugs and alcohol will do. And he said, you know, off the record, I have never seen such gross mental abuse in all of my years. You know, what was happening to my children, what these men were doing, as using my children as pawns, way past what you would see in a divorce, and people angry with each other, some really, really, really hardcore stuff. So, you know, I survived through that. And, you know, I got some very good advice from some good people in AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, who said, you know, pray for them. And I said, what are you talking? Pray for them. These men are, you know, destroying my children, and just the horrific things that they're doing. I mean, I don't, you know, I'll get into that another time. I said, pray for them? And they say, yeah, pray for them. You know, there's something so really, really, look at them. How bad do you have to be? You crawled out of that situation with your life. You survived it. And, you know, whether, you know, even though they're the ones, you know, causing the pain and causing the things, there's reasons why, and they're sick people. And you need to pray for them. And I said, okay. And I said, I don't know if I could do that. I just don't know if I could pull that within myself to honestly. And they said, well, you fake it till you make it. You just start praying. And even if you don't mean it, just start praying. And I did. And it took quite some time. And what I realized after some time in praying for them is, number one, after time, I really did mean it. And it was almost as if I was praying for myself but didn't know it, because this, you know, peace came about me, and with everything else, you know, that I realized, yes, they are really sick. They are really hurting. You know, one of them was an addict himself. You know, they are really, really hurting, and they, you know, need to be prayed for, because regardless of how unhappy I am with the situation and the choices that I made, these are my daughter's fathers. And, you know, I made that choice in life. And for their sake, for my children's sake, you know, I felt like if there was a way that they could be saved, that they could turn their lives around, well, how good would that be? And I can't tell you the tremendous burden that it took off my soul to come to that peace. And, you know, we went on to, you know, help one of my daughter's fathers into, you know, rehab, and he, you know, at a certain point became homeless after keeping my children from me. Yes, because they railroaded me. It's a long story, but, you know, and, you know, we had him here Thanksgiving, Christmas, because he had no place to take her to see her. And as angry as I was, and everything that I was put through, and everything that my children were put through, I still felt like that was my little girl's, you know, father, and that's just what we did. We did the right thing. And my husband and I here built a home and built a life, and I had just the clothes on my back, and I, you know, just had to, you know, remain sober and learn. I mean, you know, went through all that. And, you know, so you're talking about people that have not only hurt me, but hurt my children. You're not free unless you come to that peace on your own, and yourself. Whatever's happening here in the community, I'm not making light of it just because this is the internet, just because this is a hobby, just because. I don't mean to make light of it in that way. I know that there are real people and real feelings involved here. Even though I have to make a point that click your phone, your computer, turn off. It's that easy. It's that complicated, and it's that easy, but we have choices as individuals, and we can choose to allow people to hurt us, or we can choose to not. And I don't think that you know, I know, and I'm not saying anybody has talked about this now or anything, but I know of previous things in the past in the community where, you know, members have up and left, shut down their channels. And I don't feel, I mean, look, we all have choices, and of course, if you choose for your sanity that that's what you need or want to do, then by all means. But I don't think that anybody needs to be run off. I think that, you know, you can just go on and, you know, make your videos and post your babies and do your things, and you're always going to have friends. Look around you, each and every one of you. Look around you, whatever part, clique, whoever you're, you know, whatever. You do have friends, correct? And I'm sure many of you can say you might only be able to count on one hand unless, but you do have somebody here that you trust, you know, that, you know, at least one, you know, friend that's just become, you know, a friend, and maybe a few more. So spend your time with those friends. Make your videos for those friends, for yourself, and to enjoy your babies, and for your friends that you know love you and want to see you. That's kind of what I have to say about that. Another part of it, and now it's gonna take a little turn, but I have to say that I think that anyone here that is deliberately going out of their way to hurt people, get people ganged up against people, spread rumors, da 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 da. And to the extent, you know, that people are doing things, you know, there's got to be something really wrong with the people doing that. Again, which, you know, that's why I told my other story first. There has got to be something very, very, very wrong with their spirit, their souls, in their lives and their minds. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Because, you know, kind people that are at peace with themselves don't do that sort of thing. They just don't. Yes, we all make mistakes. I'm not perfect. No, you know, no one's perfect. And sometimes in friendships, friends, they have misunderstandings. They have, you know, jealousy. They have things, and I think that those things can be worked through, and you don't air your dirty laundry. And if it's a true friend, you just deal with your friend and then you get past it. You know, but when you're getting into, you know, people just, you know, name calling. I mean, that just speaks so clearly of the character of the people that are speaking that way and behaving that way. Don't you think? Think about it. The character of the people speaking, like, think about it. It only makes them look bad and foolish. And you know what? This video may get around. That's okay, because, you know, I got thick skin and I can't even begin to tell you where I've been in life. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have the handset in here. We're going to have to listen to that ring out. I know some of you have felt like your privacy has been invaded. People's personal information has been given out. I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. I run a business. My address is all over the place online. You can Google me. You know, so, you know what? Dump it on me, guys. What are you going to do? Show up at my door? Got another thing coming then. So, really, you know, so don't go attack the weak. See, that's the thing. Nobody's going to say anything here. Nobody's going to, you know, and if they do, I guess it's just going to get ignored. I take my own advice, so, well, the laugh's on you. But seriously, what do you think you're going to do? I watched all the twisted head games and the things and the stuff that people's doing, and none of that bothers me. No, it wasn't directed at me. But if it was, it doesn't, you think that what I lived through in life, you think that I give a rat's behind what's going to go on in the doll collecting community? No. That's what I'm saying. Don't, you people that prey on the weak, it speaks of their character. Name calling, grown ladies, cussing, and, look, I understand we all get mad and drop an F-bomb, or I do that too. I'm not saying I'm perfect. And that I don't speak. I try with my kids, and you all know Gabe's autistic and all that, so I do try. And my teenage daughters, my kids never got in trouble for using foul language. I never punished them. Or what I would say to my daughters is, wow, that just sounds so unladylike. Do you hear yourself? You sound really unladylike. And Gabe, is supposed to be a gentleman. But he's very good about watching, his mouth. He doesn't do that. But anyway, my daughters, they went through that teenage, and they thought they looked all tough with their friends, that they could curse and whatever. And I just kind of sat back and just kind of injected in there, you know how unladylike you sound, like foolish, you know. And after a while, they realize, like, oh yeah, right, I do sound, you know. So that's how I feel about that. It's just, it's very unbecoming. And again, it just speaks of the character of the person that's, you know, flapping their mouth like that. Not to say that things don't come out of my mouth again, but in a different I would, you know, never, you know, start calling people names. I mean, really? Really? Come call me names. Come call me names. You need to get that out of your system. Come on over. See what you can think up. Seriously, my shoulders are broad. I am here before you. You know, dump it all on me and leave the people alone that are, you know, here trying to enjoy themselves and that obviously are bothered by things, you know. That's who you're going to pick on. People that you know you're going to upset. It's crappy. It's really crappy. I'm not speaking to anyone, any one person. In fact, everybody that knows me well knows that all the stuff that's going on, I don't know any of you. Or I don't know most of you. When people start saying, and they'll this and that, and I'm like, what's that person's channel? What, you know, I have no idea who most of the players are in, you know, what's gone on at all. So I'm certainly not, this is not about anyone specifically at all. I've seen and see, you know, I have 2 eyes and 2 ears is all I'm saying. So I'm just speaking about in general, anyone who does that, because there's probably a lot of different situations, and probably every situation is going to come and say, oh, she's there, you know. So this is not about a specific person at all in the community. You can take that as you will. You know, again, and to those of you that know me, know I would never ever come on and do that. And this isn't about any one specific situation either, mind you, because I've watched so many unfold. I've watched enough unfold that, you know, y'all know me. I gotta put in my 2 cents. Now you really got my 2 cents. What do you think of them apples? Anyway, guys, this video was not meant to antagonize. It's just kind of meant to shed some light on, like, hello, what is going on here? And maybe have people stop and think, well, geez, you know, maybe I am picking on somebody weak, and, you know, and maybe, you know, for other people to take a step back and say, you know what, maybe I can choose not to react, choose not to put myself in that situation in the first place, so that I don't, you know, feel that I have to react, that sort of thing. I know I'm going to make sense to some of you. I hope I make sense to all of you, or many of you. You know, we don't all agree. And, you know, when I talk about serious subjects, I get people that don't agree with me, and that's fine. And I always, as always, I tell people in the comments, like, I welcome everyone's opinions. I just ask that everyone be respectful. This is my channel. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. Very simple, you know. You know, as always, I would say I'm not going to be abused in the comments of my channel. you know, again, that's that I just removed, so it doesn't, you know, again, it only speaks of the person, you know, doing that. But I have nothing wrong with like debate, or if you don't agree or you want to talk about something. Or like I said, if you're one of those people that just feel that desire and it makes you feel better inside and as a whole inside to pick on people, come pick on me. What do you all think? Comment below and let me know. And I really, I'm not going to be making any more videos like this. I just, and I'm not going to say like, oh, I was pushed to a point or I popped and had to say. I don't know. I just, y'all know me. I just, you know, I just thought about it and I said, you know, I'm gonna come on and put my 2 cents in. I'm gonna offer for people that you know, find joy in hurting others to come give it your best shot at me, to try to take it off of others. I don't know if that makes sense to you all, but that's what I'm trying for. And mostly, I'm trying to ding, 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 everybody back in your corners. It's a big community, and, you know, I think that we all should go about our business, enjoying our dolls, enjoying the friends that we choose, and whatever anyone else is going around saying, there's always gonna be somebody that doesn't like you, that doesn't talk about you. And you know what the funny thing is, guys? I think most of us here, most of us channel creators, you know, are here, not here, but most of us channel creators enjoy seeing our channel growing. We want to know that we're not, you know, putting all this time in and whatever we do to talk to no one or to not see. So of course it feels good. We want our channels to grow. Therefore, but with that comes the responsibility of knowing, like, you know, the bigger the bigger the sign, you know, the larger the target, you know, like, the bigger you get as a channel, and if that's what you know, want to see your channel grow, which most channel creators, you know, some of us, like me, for instance, I'm just here going along. Of course, I like my channel to grow. I'm reaching more people. I'm having fun. I'm talking to more people. It's not the be-all and end-all to me by any means. But of course, yes, I don't dislike it. I like it, you know. And I think everybody here can say that. But, and to some of us, it means even more, you know, and that's fine too. Whatever, you know, everybody's here, you know, to enjoy and do for different reasons. That's fine. But know that, again, with that there's going to be, the more people that like you, there's going to be, you know, more people that don't like you as well, because everybody doesn't just get along with everybody. And, you know, people's, you know, toes get stepped on, whether you mean to or not. It happens. The point is to make the choice not to react and just go on about your business. And then the other person sees, you know, they're not getting a rise out of you. They're not changing anything by, you know, treating you in a certain way, or, you know, sneaking around doing stuff, whatever it is, thumbs down, comment, you know, whatever it is. You know, if they're not getting to you, then they're not going to continue to, day after day, week after week, month after month, exert their energy in scheming ways to hurt you if they're not getting a reaction, because it's no fun for them, you know. Does that make sense? So I really hope that everyone watching this video is able to, because I do know that it's easier said than done. And when you're the person on the end of the stick that's, being mistreated or being targeted in some way, I totally get that it's not that easy. But if you want it to stop, you have to think about the answer of, you do have control over it. Nope, you don't have control what other people are going to say, what other people are going to make videos about, what other people are going to message other people about. You don't have control over that. You never did. You don't have control over what other people do. You have control over you. You have control over you. I'm not knocking anybody that's defended themselves or reacted. That's again, it's not what I'm saying. And I've made the mistake myself. Remember when I responded to the person that seemed to be begging, and how that all blew up, and it was a complete waste of time. I focused negative energy on it. I took time away from my life, my joy of my dolls, for what? Because it bugged me and I had to answer the comment. Like, well, if I just, boom, deleted, boom, done. And I understand that certain situations don't go away as fast as boom, deleted. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And, some of these messes are a big web of, a long history of things going on back and forth. So it's not like you're just going to say, okay, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and ignore everyone and it's all going to be good. It could take as many months as it took to get into the mess to get out of it. But you got to plug through and push forward and find your joy in the people that you truly enjoy sharing your time when you're here with, and sharing your dolls with, and sharing your friendships with. And if you have friendships that have gone bad, you move on, and that's it. That is my advice to everyone. Take it, leave it, come at me. What? Like I said, whatever is gonna happen. But I just wanted to put this out there, and I want to wish you all, every single one of you, even. And I don't even, again, because, a lot of things that you see and hear that's floating around is just anonymous rumors. So again, I'm not directing this at anyone, because I don't even know who people are that some of the stuff I've seen. I have no idea who I'm talking about. I'm just speaking in general about people, about ladies, about what's unbecoming, a person hurting, etc., etc. That's, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not gonna, beat a dead horse here. Either you're gonna believe what I'm saying or not. And, again, if you've been following me for any amount of time, I just say it like it is. I have, a lot of my friends kind of almost have to have thick skin in a way. It's look, I'm not mean, but I'm not going to blow sunshine up anyone's butt, and I don't think it's helpful to, do that with your friends, with your family, with, anything in life. Because I feel like, I try to treat others the way that I would like to be treated. And I feel like, you know what? If I'm making an ass of myself, I would like one of my friends to say, Tasha, you're not thinking clear. Get your head out of your ass. You're making a fool of yourself. You're hot. You're heated. You're mad. Calm down. Wait to react. Whatever it is, I value that in my friends that will give me that. So that's what I give to my friends, my acquaintances, my viewers here, etc., etc. I'm not doing anything different or speaking any differently than I do in life. And hey, I'm 42 years old. It's got me this far. My life hasn't been that you know, easy at times and da 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 da, but you know what? I'm here. I'm certainly super, super grateful for every day. I'm a walking miracle as far as percentage of people that survive and come back from where I've been. I know that. I'm aware of that. And I am very, very, very grateful, you know, for it. And I'm grateful to God. You know, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Yes, I am a Christian. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Yes, you're hearing it at the end, but I am. So I am praying for each and every one of you. And believe me, it's very, very easy for me to pray, even if I think people have behaved badly or whatever, because you know, if you go back to the story in the beginning, you know, I came to peace to pray for people that, you know, hurt me and most importantly hurt my children, you know, and, you know, somehow, you know, you make peace with that. You know, holding resentment is like setting yourself on fire and expecting the other person to burn. Holding resentment isn't hurting the people that you're resentful towards. It's hurting your soul, your heart, your spirit. So let it go. Find a way to let it go and move on. All right, guys, I'm not going to hold you up anymore. This has been forever and ever and ever. If you're still here, sitting here listening to me, I thank you very much for staying, for listening to everything that I had to say. I pray that this is possibly helpful to one of you, some of you, all of you. And I truly, you know, wish everyone well, and I'm just praying this situation, you know, the divide in the community, whatever you want to call it, just, you know, gets better. I'm sure things like this probably have gone on for years, but I haven't been here for years. I'm here now. This is what I'm seeing. I'm reacting, choosing to react to, you know, what I see, and this is what I have to say. All right, guys, that's about it. I know that this may go over, I don't even know, but I spent the time, almost 40 minutes, to talk to you all here. I had something to say. I said it. And I can only pray that it's taken well, and I can only pray for all of you, each and every one involved. I do believe that many women come here you know, and collect the dolls, not only because they enjoy the dolls and they enjoy the community, but I believe that many women come here as like a refuge because they've got stuff going on in their lives, like I've explained, like the health issues and the chronic pain and the things that I'm feeling, that I can't do other hobbies and things that I enjoy doing. So yes, being here is very important to me. No one can take that away from me, you know, unless I let them. No one could do anything to you. No one could hurt you without your permission, you know, is what it boils down to, you know. Don't give anyone permission to hurt you. Don't allow them. Make your choices for yourself. And remember, again, we can't control what others do. The more that we try and we think that life is a play and everyone is puppets and we can, you know, control what other people do to get the outcome that we want, even if it's for something beautiful and good and wonderful, that we can't. Only God can do that. So start praying to him if you really want to see people do what you think is, you know what I, am I like at least making sense? All right, guys, let me know if I've made sense. Let me know your feelings. You know, I realize this was long. I realize this was deep. I'm happy to, you know, address anything, in the comments. Like I said, please, you know, be respectful. All in all, I'm a channel creator. This is my channel. I block and remove people that, you know, choose to mistreat me here. I haven't really had any. I've had to remove like beggars and things like that. Other than that, I haven't had any, you know, hostility towards me or nasty comments. Not to say that that won't come, but again, that's how it will be handled. So you want to waste your time, that's up to you. Your choice. All right, guys, happy Tuesday. Back to your regular scheduled program of fun and babies and da-da-da-da-da. I'm really enjoying my new fellow, AZ. He's just, oh, this guy has not left my side. I'm enjoying him so, so very much. I think Asvoria was the perfect baby to hang out with me while I chatted with you all. She's so peaceful and so sweet. And well, if you like the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're still here, you might as well subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get invites to my live streams and don't miss a video. And guys, feel free, if you think this video will help anybody out there, please feel free to share it, you know, or for whatever reason, you know, you're always welcome to share my videos, and I appreciate it. All right, guys, God bless.